Hello everybody, today we're going to be getting our seedlings out of our greenhouse and into our raised bed. So we are going ahead and kind of laying out our raised beds. I'm trying to figure out my layout. I've done some sketches. I've been really trying to maximize the amount of space that we have. Right now we don't have our other 3 beds built, so I'm trying to see what we can get done in our 5 beds here. We have 3 2x6 and then we have 3x3s over in those beds. Oh, and then we have the green stalk as well over here. And so we're gonna try to maximize all of our space here the best that we can. Alrighty, I have my little helper here, Melina. And we are going to start with her bush beans. Her and Delilah got free bush beans from the library and they are growing great. So we're going to get those in the ground first because she is very excited to dig their holes.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight.
So I've dedicated this bed right here to be our tomato bed. I'm going to be planting tomato plants about one per square foot, and then I'm going to be planting marigolds on the outside. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna also plant some carrots. I have learned that carrots are a great plant to plant with peppers and tomatoes on the outside layer. They do really good, and also maybe some lettuce in the understory of the tomato plants. We're going to be getting some supports and tying a string to tie up the tomato plants so that they grow vertically. So that will save us space in the bed and allow us to be able to plant those other plants around them. So I almost forgot when I was planting my tomato plants that I want to crack an egg in every single hole and then plant my tomato plant. I saw this tip from a lot of different gardeners and they say that you get a lot more tomatoes per plant and your plants just thrive. So I'm going to dig all my holes first, and then I'm gonna have the girls crack the eggs. We're gonna keep the shell and the yolk and everything there, and then we'll just plant the tomato plant right on top.
Hold you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, as we hold each other tight. You're the rose in a garden,
Right here and then like this.
and it shows if I'm honest.
Oh, it was.
You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh,
What are you doing, Mr. Milo? Are you smelling the plants? Be nice to all the plants. So I just thought of something. We put eggs in the soil with the tomato plants, and I'm really hoping that Milo doesn't smell the eggs and start digging. That could be a problem. I just thought of that because he's sniffing all the plants around here. So hopefully he doesn't do that. We'll have to make sure he's out of the garden area for a while. Right? Right. I have all my tomato plants in. Now I'm going to plant some marigolds by them. These are great for natural pest control. I'm going to do some marigolds in my tomato plant bed and my pepper plant bed. And I have quite a bit here all grouped up that I really need to get separated. They have been doing okay so far, but I know that they are just surviving and not thriving. So I want to get them in, and hopefully they will help get rid of all the pests that are prone to get to tomato and pepper plants. This is taking me a little longer than I'd like to get detangled. I'm just really gently rubbing the roots. That way I'm not breaking them, but they're just coming apart, and it's taking a while. Okay, I finally got all my marigolds separated out, but I definitely caused some root damage. Some of them have very little roots left on them. That one actually isn't too bad. This one right here has just a little bit, so I'm still going to plant them and see how they hold up. Next year I probably won't do it that way where I wait so long to separate them out. I separated a lot of my other ones out earlier. I just got lazy and I figured I could wait. Some of them are really good and they have a ton of roots attached to them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them planted now. I feel like whenever I'm in the garden I have like dirt on my face, but it's so hard to see in the camera, so if I have it, just ignore it. I have all my peppers planted. I'm actually 2 peppers short. I'm gonna go ahead and plant some onions now all throughout my pepper bed here. Onions are known to deter insects just like the marigolds for the tomatoes. So I'm hoping that that will work, and I'm just gonna go ahead and plant a ton throughout it. I got this onion mix set from Home Depot and it has 90 different sets. I won't plant obviously all 90, but I'm gonna plant quite a bit in here. So it'll work out that the pepper plants will be above ground and the onions will be below ground. So it's great to maximize your space.
Shows if I'm on it. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you.
I have some basil here, and I also have this other long thing. I don't know if it is a zinnia or if it's a sunflower. But there is this dragonfly that just landed that's really pretty. Let me see if I can show you guys. Oh, it flew away. That's the first dragonfly that I've seen around here this year. Last year we saw so many. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. If I had to guess, I'm thinking it might be a sunflower because it's so big. My zinnias are pretty big, but not this big. It happens all the time, I guess. Okay, I have all my lettuce here. I have some lettuce and Swiss chard. I have my herbs. And now this one's going to be my tomato. You're always talking.
Another big egg day for us. No, we don't have that many chickens. Not yet, at least. We just haven't done it in about 4 days, so the girls were happy to see all these eggs. Chelsea's getting the plants in, and I think it's time for these guys to have their first free range trip. All right, we had to get these guys outside more. So our plan is during the week, we'll let the big guys free range, or should I say big girls free range. And then maybe on the weekend, we allow the little ones to free range with us. We need to because you're trying to catch them? Our plan is for these guys, since 2 of them are roosters, we're like probably 95% sure now, that we need to start accustoming them with us more and more, so that when these roosters grow up, it won't be like last time. And I understand that sometimes you can't choose, you can't decide how a rooster is gonna act, but we're gonna try our best to get 2 friendly roosters out of this group. So unfortunately, this new gate that I made, they just hop on top and then hop over. 4 of them are out here, 5 of them haven't discovered it yet. So I'm gonna have to make a little change so that we're not having this happen anymore. I didn't really want to compromise the look of the gate too much, but this will help so that they don't feel confident landing right on the 2x4s that were here. So it should keep them in. Keyword should. Anyone who's had farm animals, they understand that. Sometimes they just find a way to break loose, so hopefully they don't find a way out of this one. They're all in there. Hopefully they stay in there. You can't get out now, okay? You gotta stay where you're at.
I have all my seedlings in that I can get in today. The last thing I need to do is go ahead and get everything a really good water. I'm sure we've said this, but if you're new here, our water hookup is all the way in our front yard. So we have 3 hoses to connect to our backyard. And I'm just gonna go ahead and try our new hose. But so far I'm just so happy to see everything in. It looks great. Plants are doing really good. This greenhouse right over here has worked out really good for saving us space inside since we didn't have grow lights. And now we're gonna water.